Welcome to the trial guide for the Minstrel's Ballad, Hydaelyn's Call. Hero's Radiance is an unavoidable raid-wide AoE. Shining Saber is an AoE that the entire group needs to stack up for. Similar to the normal version, Hydaelyn will summon 3 different colors of orbs around herself throughout the fight. Red orbs will cause a donut AoE, so stand on the boss to avoid. Green orbs will cause the boss to AoE around herself, so step back to avoid damage. Blue orbs create line AoEs from the front and sides of the boss. Boreal is a large cone AoE from the front and back of the boss. To avoid, stand on the boss's left or right side. Likewise, when she casts Lateral Oriel, stand either directly in front or behind the boss to avoid damage. Crystallize can cause one of 3 abilities based off of what element she surrounds herself with. If it's water bubbles, a water ball will drop on each healer. The raid needs to split up into 2 groups of 4 to soak the damage. If she uses ice, everyone needs to spread out. Finally, if she uses earth, everyone needs to group up. Mago's Radiance is an unavoidable raid-wide AoE. Moose's Scorn is a mega tank buster that needs to be soaked by both tanks. Use defensives as necessary. At around 75% health, Hydaelyn will move into a crystal phase. The tanks need to pull the adds away from the crystals that are glowing while the players kill the glowing crystals. Start with the leftmost crystal and work clockwise around the room. Tanks make sure to also rotate the adds clockwise to prevent the crystals from taking reduced damage. Kill the adds before Hydaelyn's conviction bar reaches 100 or you will die. Upon exiting this phase, the group will be hit by unavoidable raid-wide AoE damage. Halo is yet another unavoidable raid-wide AoE. Light Wave will spawn 2 large waves of light along with 5 crystals around the arena. As the waves move through, you need to select the crystal that is closest to the waves but not in their path and stand behind it. Each crystal they pass through will shoot a light AoE, so you need to rotate behind the crystals so it's between you and the AoE. After the wave goes through the initial 2 crystals, Hydaelyn will target a DPS, healer, and tank with a cone AoE ability called Infralateral Arc. The most common way to deal with this is to spread out with healers behind the original safe crystal, DPS in the middle, and tanks behind the far crystal. After this goes off, she will face towards the opposite end of the arena and use Hero's Glory, which is a massive AoE. Make sure to stay behind her. This is combined with another light wave cast, except this time there will be 3 waves. She will cast Hero's Glory again in this mix as well, so after avoiding the first 4 crystal AoEs, use the crystals behind her to avoid the rest of the damage. Hero's Sundering is another tank buster. Make sure to use a defensive. This attack also fires a cone AoE, so be sure to face the boss away from the group. Hydaelyn will cause the boss to summon 3 sets of chakrams around the arena. After dodging the initial line AoEs, the chakrams will hover on the outside of the arena. Next, the boss will use Crystallize and cast the water element. The easiest way to handle this is to stack up next to the safe area where the first chakrams that were cast are hovering, with one group in front and the other behind. After this goes off, the boss will cast Hydaelyn and bring the chakrams back through. Dodge the first set, then run to where they just came through to avoid the damage. Our Helix Circle will spawn green lines on the arena. Orbs will spawn on the tips of these lines, so find a safe spot away from the tips to avoid damage. This will always be followed by the Ice Crystallize ability, so make sure to be spread out. Light Wave will be cast again, only this time there will be no crystals and more waves. 4 waves will spawn around the room. The group needs to move to the corner that doesn't have a wave in it. As the waves begin moving inward, Hydaelyn will cast Echoes, which is a mega stack-up marker. This will hit 5 times and then spawn personal AoE markers on each player, along with a tank stack-up marker. Make sure to stay for all 5 hits and spread out to reduce damage. After this, light waves will still be moving around the arena, so move to the center until they pass to stay safe. From here, the light waves and echoes will continue to rotate through with some crystal abilities mixed in. Do the things and get the kill. Good luck on your drops, and I hope to see you in the next one.